Roses are red, violets are blue. Welcome to the show. I fucked your dad. I'm very excited to have one of my closest sisters here this week. Ladies and gentlemen, the human Gumby, Kansas City's plus-size Barbie, Miss Gay Kansas City America 2017, Miss Widow VonDu.
I'm not ready.
Clearly.
Snap me back out.
Well, clearly she needed a little bit more time. I myself am not used to shaving, so I'm not sure how long it takes, but she should be ready by now. Ladies and gentlemen, my sister, Widow VonDu.
Hey,
Hey, bitch, you ready now?
I'm good. Sorry, you said a certain time, and it was a little earlier than I expected.
Sorry. Well, this bitch. Okay, well, this fabulous bitch is gonna introduce herself to you. Tell the people who you are.
Hey, bitches. It's your girl, Miss Widow VonDu, Kansas City's original plus-size Barbie, and the reigning Miss Gay Kansas City America.
Yay, pageant girls. How you doing, Henny?
I'm doing good. How you
Good.
doing?
I'm well. Thank you for being here. We know a lot about each other.
More than most friends should know about each other.
Right. But I know that you've got a lot of fun, crazy stories. And I think that's what the people tune in for. So it was just an obvious choice that Miss Widow VonDu would come and share some of her insight and wisdom into the world of gay dating.
Is that what we're calling
That's what we're gonna call it. We're an educational show.
Well,
So teach the children something, Henny. What's up first? Tell us a little bit about your craziness.
okay, so I was dating this young boy, and we were like planning on getting married. We were moving in together, and I was like, oh, this could finally be the one. I'm finally gonna tie the knot. And so he cheated on me for most of our relationship, which I didn't know until I started getting phone calls that they saw my car somewhere else where it shouldn't have been.
He drove your car to the side chick's
I
house?
was at work, and I thought that he was on his way to work. And then so he was sleeping with some little boy and didn't think I would find out. So
And when you did,
he came home, and I had sat there on the couch just waiting for him, being real sweet. And I was like, so, where were you at today? I called the job, you weren't at work. Where were you at? And so he tried to come up with this elaborate ass story. He tried to tell me what was going on. And then he came over and tried to give me a hug, and I was like, do not touch me. And so I just started calling him completely out of his name, and then he just got, his gumption that he was gonna fight me. Now, I say it all the time when I'm hosting the show, a bitch may look like a Power Ranger, but I'm Bob the Builder when the shit is over. And so he just came up, and
this is old dude,
and he
Henny.
just swung on me. Now, I date real scrawny dudes, like pencil thin. And look, I'm a big ass dude underneath all this. See, big ass dudes everywhere.
Oh.
And then so I just opened up shop and just started whooping his ass left and right. And then he made it seem as if I was in the wrong. And I was like, you swung on me. I was like, two can play this crazy game. My daddy may have raised a sissy, but he didn't raise a punk.
Boom. Boom.
And then so I called his little friends, and I was like, come get his shit. I put him out. I put him, his dog. I put all his shit on the curb. I called his daddy and was like, you know what? He ain't got nowhere to live. You might need to come pick him up right now.
That's a bad bitch. That's a bad
But,
bitch.
that
Called his father, said, come pick your son up.
But that's not even the worst part. We got back together.
VonDu, you know better.
I know.
You know better.
But then he did it again, and this is not.
Of course he did it again.
I know, but this was the crazy part. I was so pissed off. I drove 19 hours from Kansas City to Uvalde, Texas, New Year's weekend, to fucking go off. I was mad. I drove the entire 19 and a half hours one way.
Is that where he was
Pissed
with
off.
the trade?
That's where he went to go see his family.
Oh.
And then I got a phone call that wasn't supposed to come
I
to
just
me.
want you to know that this is not a lie. I know Widow VonDu, and she drove all 19 of those hours, lip syncing the whole goddamn time about
I was upset. I swear to God, Whitney Houston and Mary J. Blige was playing on the radio most of the time. I was just not happy. Girl, I was like, you know what? This is enough. We can't do this shit no more. And I was pissed. I drove all the way down there, and then I had to drive back. But I stopped off in Oklahoma City because I couldn't do another 19-hour drive back to Kansas City the same
Plus,
day.
she know people, and she got traded in Oklahoma City.
I mean, I do live for an eye for an eye, hole for a hole.
Gross. So, I mean, we've seen Widow can be pretty crazy, but it's typically like, don't poke the beast, don't poke the bear, like, don't play with fire because you're gonna get burned. Like, she's a genuinely nice person, but if you fuck over Widow VonDu,
Don't tell everybody I'm a nice person. I don't want them to get the wrong idea.
I mean, she's an allegedly nice person. I can only assume that if she were angered, she would be one to deal with. So, tell these people the moral of the story. What have you learned from your past relationships and your past indiscretions and your past craziness that you can pass along to the children?
Well, something that I learned that if you are not planning on actually being faithful to a person, you should probably let them know early, because that bitch could be real crazy. It might drive 19 hours, possibly to fuck you up.
I mean, honesty's honesty. If both people are on the same page about side trade, then get side trade. But
I mean,
you gotta let people know about these things up front.
you ain't just gonna be walking out on me and then think you're gonna come back home to get some of this goodness after you were done.
Some of this goodness.
Yes. The goodness.
Well, thank you, Widow VonDu, for being here with us this week, sharing your stories with the children.
Thank you for having me.
So, what have we learned today? Cheaters will be punished, and Widow VonDu is insane. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in this week to Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I hope you enjoyed my sister, Widow VonDu. Tune in next week when we have my sister, Regina LeRae, the reigning Miss Gay Missouri America. Bye, bitches.